and ways to cleanse, healthier ways. I don't like to use the word diet because to me, diet starts with the word die. And that's where all your hopes and dreams goes when you try to diet. You try to diet, it usually dies at some point within the first 2 days. I'm here talking about an easier way to cleanse when you're coming on and you're going to diet, you want to lose weight. First thing you got to do is flush your system. And a good way, and a lot of people do the water cleanse and they go buy these all expensive cleanses, which is really not healthy for the body, and it puts a lot of stress on your body. One of the things I did, and I did this a month and a half before we started here because I wanted to see what it does. I did some research and I did a fruit cleanse. And I lost 18 pounds in 35 days.
Whoa. Yeah.
Couldn't fit this sweater before then. And I say a fruit cleanse, I did a fruit and vegetable diet. You do a fruit cleanse, water is very important. During the cleanse, I drank 10 to 12 glasses of water a day. But the most important thing that I did is I ate, the first day, I ate fruit. Let me back up. Before you do anything, talk to your doctor. Because some people have certain health restrictions that will not allow them to do certain things. Okay? So we got that out of the way. We got the disclaimer out of the way right now. Okay? I'm diabetic. Okay, so this was very, I would say, risky to a point for me because certain fruits will throw your sugar up. Okay, so you start to focus on, fruits that don't have a lot of sugar in it. And one of my favorite fruits, if you're gonna do this, you eat apple. Well, I'm gonna say you do fruit for 1 day. It's not healthy to do any type of fast or any type of cleansing for more than 1 day. Okay, water fast, anything. You just don't give your body what it needs. So I did a fruit fast, a fruit cleanse. Miracle fruit is apples. Apples have fiber. Apples cleanse the body. Gets rid of, pushes out a lot of the bad stuff. And I say that with fruit, when you do fruit for the first day for 24 hours, all you eat is fruit. This is the thing. Fruit cleanses, vegetables heal. Do y'all get that? Fruit cleanses, vegetables heal. So if you want to detox your body, push out a lot of stuff, you eat fruit. You don't eat bananas. Let's get that straight. Apples, citrus fruits, berries, those are the things you want to put in your body. Okay? Apples have fiber. Apples make you full. That's very important. I want a lot of you to try this. Get an apple and a citrus fruit. I don't care what it is. You eat that first thing in the morning with a glass of water, you will not be hungry. You will not be hungry. I know a lot of you shake your heads like, I'm not going to do that. You don't believe me, but apples have water and fiber in it. Okay, citrus fruits have the vitamin C and water in it. Okay, if you eat an apple, we're not talking those huge apples. We're talking a medium-sized apple. I tell people, I say this every year when I come up here, if God didn't make it, you shouldn't eat it. Okay? God didn't make apples that look like watermelons.
Why did
you? Right? Regular apples are medium-sized apples. We don't have apples that you can barely hold in your hand. That is a genetic apple. That is not good for you. We're on that. Most apples that grow on trees are medium-sized apples. Most of the time when they get bigger than that, they start to go bad. And they rot. So I'm gonna say this. Start your day off with a glass of water, an apple, and a citrus fruit. You will not be hungry.
Start my day off with some bacon sausage.
You will not be hungry. Also, a good thing to drink in the morning, warm water, 2 tablespoons of honey, and a half a lemon squeezed into it. What it does is, it wakes your body up, it rehydrates your body, and it makes you feel better. The most important thing when you diet, I hate to say the word diet. Okay, I'm gonna say when you change the way you eat, when you want to lose weight. Okay, the first thing, if it doesn't taste good, you're not going to eat it, right? You're only going to eat the foods that taste good for you. So I can tell you, the seasoning shelf is a wonderful thing. You can go in, you can make your food, you can season it to the point where you will eat it. Not a lot of salt. That's counterproductive. Salt retains fluid in the body. I should know this because I had a lot of fluid in my body because I was eating too much salt. Okay? And I'm speaking from experience because I had to make some changes. I'm doing the healthy eating style. I'm doing all this. I was retaining fluid. It was on a medication. Another reason why I say always consult your doctor before you start anything, before you start doing what helps these fad diet books. I was retaining so much fluid on me that I had a heart attack. I was eating certain ways, and the thing that saved me is what I started eating healthier 3 years ago. Before then, I was driving trucks and I was eating whatever fast food place I could stop at. I stopped doing that because I wasn't feeling good and I could barely stay awake. My body was screaming at me to make a change, and I listened. Okay? So, but I had so much fluid that I was retaining that it was almost too late. So you have to listen to your bodies, and you don't need all the salt. You have to eat food that you have to pick the foods that you're going to eat. Okay? And the one things that I did, half my plate is vegetables. I literally only eat 8 ounces of meat a day. Y'all heard me, a day. You only eat meat once a day. I know it's hard for some people to listen to.
I need meat every time I eat.
But I'm talking from, your heart has to pump. Your heart has to pump and circulate your blood so your digestive system to break down that meat. It works harder. Okay? So if you're not putting it in there, your heart doesn't have to work that fun. And then you don't have to worry about your arteries getting clogged. You don't have to worry about the stress level that you're putting on your body. I also do a fast. But, because a lot of people do fasting, but I do my fasting backwards than other people do their fasting. I do my fasting at night instead of during the day. You shouldn't fast during the day because if you're working, your body needs that energy from the food so it can do its job. Fasting is more effective if you fast at night. You're already done doing if you don't work at night. You're already done doing most of all the physical activity you're going to do during the day. You're putting less stress on your body. And if you stop eating at 6 o'clock, you can fast through the rest of the night, calm down, and your body can start to heal and repair itself. It's a lot easier to fast when you're not active. Do y'all understand that? You know, your body needs food to do its job during the day because you're working, you're
That's why I
moving.
need to eat at night too.
Huh?
That's what we need to eat at night.
Okay. So more effective fasting is at night. You're relaxing, your body can repair and heal itself. Remember, fruit is for flushing, for cleansing. Vegetables is for repair. Okay, you only need 8 ounces of meat. I know that's hard for y'all to understand, but you literally don't need a lot of meat. There's protein in your vegetables. Everything you need, you get from vegetables and fruit. I found that out, and I don't want nobody to have a heart attack, go through what I did to kickstart, you know, what you're going through. Okay. I always say this because I like to use it as an example. They say Snickers satisfies, right? How many calories y'all think is in a Snickers?
100?
Yeah, we're using around 800 calories in a Snicker bar. In a Snicker bar. 300 calories, I was going to say 800. 300 calories in a Snicker bar. How much exercise do you think you got to do to burn off one Snicker bar? How many hours on how long a treadmill is going to take you to burn off one Snicker bar?
An hour?
An hour. Non-stop at a medium pace. How many of us can walk on a treadmill for an hour? 4 hands. Now you notice I didn't raise mine either. So when they say, how much fruit can you eat to add 300?
3.
How many pieces of fruit? I hear 3, 4, 7, 8. You can eat 7 pieces of fruit to add to one Snicker bar. Which one would satisfy you more? 7 pieces of fruit or a Snicker bar? Somebody said Snicker. Which one is better for you? The 7 pieces of fruit or let me change that. Which one is better for you? The 7 pieces of fruit or the Snicker bar? Somebody's still saying Snicker. So I can eat 7 pieces of fruit.
And a Snicker.
No, 7 pieces of fruit. And I only have to do 20 minutes on the treadmill. Because you're supposed to do 20 minutes to an hour a day anyway of physical activity. You should do at least an hour. 30 minutes in a day and 30 minutes at night. Can your body process that Snicker bar the way it processes fruit? Hello? No, it cannot.
But it's got protein in it.
A Snicker bar don't have protein in it.
Yes, it got peanuts.
Huh?
Peanuts?
Yes, okay, all right. The 5 or 6 peanuts that are in that Snicker bar.
That's the hour you talking about working out.
Hey, so you might as well go ahead and walk on that treadmill
Okay.
while eating the Snicker.
That 5 or 6 peanuts in that Snicker bar is not enough protein. Do you any good? Because usually you probably had 3 or 4 peanuts that are broken up in that Snicker bar. That's not enough to do you any good. Okay? I know y'all trying. Y'all trying. So all I'm trying to say is we need to rethink, readjust how we eat, because you are what you eat. You literally are what you eat. Okay? You know, the doctor's coming up after me in a couple seconds. 99% of all your problems that you're having with your body, your mental health, is because of what you put in your mouth. Physically, what we eat messes up. Mentally, we eat because we're physically messed up. Do y'all get that? A lot of us are not happy with our weight, they're not happy with our situations, and one of the most comforting things we can do is eat, right? So we eat when we don't have to. We eat because we want to, not because our body needs it. Did y'all get that? So we really need to be more positive, mentally, spiritually, and that will come physically. Okay, so I'm just here to let you know, I want everybody to at least try it, the fruit cleanse, for one day if you want to, and see what it does. You probably go to the bathroom the next day a lot. But, I would like you to try that, and I never understood why, if I'm trying to lose weight and I will buy a drink that tastes like cherries instead of eating cherries, which is better for you. Or I buy candy that tastes like watermelon, but I won't eat watermelon. Or I'll buy candy that tastes like strawberries, but I don't like strawberries. Can anybody relate to that?
Yeah.
Do that make sense? We have trained ourselves not to eat healthy food from the society we in because we want stuff to taste good, but we don't want to eat what's good for us. Fruit is a wonderful thing. I mean, you shouldn't bypass natural sweetness for candy. I'm not getting anywhere. Everybody's looking at me crazy like we're not gonna do it. All I can say is try to start incorporating more fruits in your diet. Okay, especially apples. Everybody should be eating apples every day. Apples fill you up. They're a great snack. They're healthy. Even if you're diabetic, you don't have to eat the whole apple. You can eat a half an apple. The fiber and the water content in the apple is just great for you. Apple and the citrus. We can start slow.
What kind of apples? A lot of them are hard.
Just whatever apples you like.
Honeycrisp.
What do you suggest?
I eat every apple that is grown. If it has a seed in it, I'm eating it. I eat red apple, Granny Smith, Honeycrisp is an engineered apple, but it tastes good.
Lord knows that.
Okay. Sodium?
Sodium also counts too, though.
Yeah, apples and sodium. Sodium is salt, right? But not a lot of sodium in an apple.
No.
Mainly, how do you actually say it's off the ground? How do you actually know what contains inside? Unless you do your research yourself.
Have you ever had an apple that tastes salty? Have you ever had an apple that tastes salty? This is straightforward. Have you ever had an apple that tastes salty? Have you ever had a piece of fruit that tastes salty?
No.
Minerals and salt is different. Okay, minerals in the ground. A little salt in there, but there's no sodium in your apple. Okay? We add salt to stuff because we like the taste of salt. If you add vegetables that taste like salt. Have you ever had a piece of meat that tastes like salt? And it raw. If you cook it and you don't put salt on it, it don't taste like salt. Okay. So find seasonings that works for you. Mrs. Dash is wonderful. Mrs. Dash is wonderful. All I'm saying is whatever, it doesn't make a difference what type of fruit you want, what type of vegetables you want. Just try that, start with that, and let's work our way to a healthier life. Thank you.